taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 50, plant.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now this time, Locke will throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
44 Mike. Check. Come on, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. Now Locke, he wants the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Taylor now returning it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
On the set. 44. Mike, 44. It's just me and you. Protein spill. Ready?
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go jet sweep here with Chark, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
44 to Mike.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock throwing left side. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
You ready? 64. Weak. Kill. Down.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. So we got. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the 1st quarter here in this one. And a 1st down as well. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Lock now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And our statistician, Ben Ransard, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Here's Lindsey, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, 28 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's checking.
Fournette running right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shift. Watch the shift. Get it.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
On the double.
Second and 11. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Telvin Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Smith.
Mine's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Look at me. Zipper.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Stay with your man. Check 3. Check 3.
You're out. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. Here now, Johnny Townsend. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To return is Taylor. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Ready. 18 Gator.
So don't say nothing. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Deep grip.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Hey, wahoo! Mike Popo.
To throw again on second down. Lock. They'll find Lindsey here. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Lock now, hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. What's the run? They're running it. Go, Mike, go. 50. Here we go. Here we go. Get it.
On first and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
50, Mike 50. And that QB's trapped.
From midfield, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
You can't block me. Yes. Bravo. Spoko's the mic. Mike Spoko. Not today, you want.
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get that ball. Watch the safety creep. 36.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Go. Mike Spoko.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And some room to work. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
On the set. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Share.
On first down, Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Down. 30 base. Coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Fournette. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. What we got?
They go jet sweep here with Chark. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Clear. 44's mark. Protein spill.
It's our time.
Now Locke throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw it is Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, Roy.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for Pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
30 days, let's go. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Let's go.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.